Hello everyone, this is Matt the Speedstar here, ready to run through the next part of Luigi's Mansion. Last time, we did some progress up here, and I actually forgot something. The story of the Clockwork Soldiers. So, they once belonged to a tightly wound toy collector, but now they march on their own without any winding. Or, you know, until I got into the mix and took care of them. Anyway, we've got a key from the, not the basement, but, from the roof that goes here. So while I'm taking care of the ghosts that are in here, I'll, explain the Clockwork Soldiers story. So, they came from Toyland. They were 3 of the prince's royal guards. However, the royal vizier cast a curse on them that separated their souls from their bodies. This could also have been, the vizier could also be the guy who gave Madame Clairvoyant her power of clairvoyance, but faked being a spirit just to get his way. And his way was just causing misery for everyone. Anyway, back to the story at hand. So, he cursed the 3 royal guards of the prince, and he basically separated their souls and implanted them in mechanical wooden soldiers. And I mean like mechanical wooden toy soldiers, which he then cast out of Toyland to make sure they could not find their way home. Because inside those soldiers, they were practically lifeless. And by practically lifeless, I mean like they couldn't move whatsoever. So what that meant was, they couldn't really do anything. They were eventually found by the toy collector, and they were kept with him for a long time. When the toy collector died, his baby son, who was, like I said, still a baby, still very young, his baby son got into the toys and pretty much did what babies do when they find stuff. They play with it super rough, like they do all kinds of baby things. They chew on them, they just slam them into everything, pull them apart, you know, all that kind of stuff. Babies, they make gargantuan messes when left alone. In more ways than one, I'm afraid. Hey, money! So as I said, the baby got to the toy soldiers, and by destroying the bodies that they were cursed in, the toy soldiers, no, the Clockwork Soldiers, excuse me, effectively died. Purple Puncher! So that's how they were even able to become spirits in the first place. Because, they were originally not actual toys. They were spirits that were trapped inside of toys. And that's the story. Yeah, I completely forgot about them last time. I gotta start remembering more. But we don't have too many portrait ghosts left. Anyway, this room is required, but the next room up ahead is not. As you see here, yeah, basement floor. I'm not going down there, though. I am going to try and get all the Boose that I can up here, and maybe 1 or 2 more portrait ghosts. In fact, if I look at this, we only have 3 left that we need to claim. And one of them is in here, but I'm not going to go after him just yet. First off, I'm going to take care of the Boose that I didn't get last time, because these Boose are very, very annoying. And I found him! Boomerang! Coming at you! And this is why they're super annoying. 300 HP! The most a ghost will ever have, aside from the final boss. And the worst part is, you have this entire area up here. You have the clockwork room, you have the telephone room, and you even have the rooms over there, which the Boo is most likely going to try to escape to. if I can try and... Okay, good, he went back into the telephone room. But even so, there's a Boo in here, too. So I'm trying to keep this Boo within these 2 rooms, which is most likely not going to happen. They usually try to run for the hallway and go into a room that you hadn't really opened up. I wanted to wait until I'd opened up the armory before I went after the Boo. Or the Boos, anyway. Come on, come on, almost got you, almost got you. Yep, you came right back to me. Just like a boomerang.
Tip-top, Luigi. You remind me of myself at your age.
And there we go, 40 Boos. Technically, we now have enough to access the final boss. However, if you were playing the European version... Oh,
time for the 6 o'clock Boos!
That's actually not this Boo's name. This Boo's name is Boocaster. Booscaster, excuse me, not Boocaster. Oh, come on. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, god damn it, he left. He's in here. Ooh, I got a third of his health off already, just in that one room alone. No, 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 no. Cut off his retreat. Don't make him go into the armory. Get in there. Yes. So, if you're playing the European or PAL version of Luigi's Mansion, you would need 45 Boos, which means you need to get almost every single one of them in order to actually get to the final boss. In all other versions, aside from the European ones, you need 40. So effectively, I can go to the final boss now if I want. I actually wish I showed that off. I wish I did that last video. No, no, no! You're not getting away from me. Okay, he got away, but he's at the very least in here. And only 6 HP. You are mine. Tonight's news. 41 Boos have been captured. Okay, the Vanguard one. There is another one that EGAT talks about, and it's about the elemental triangle. Fire beats ice, ice beats water, and water beats fire. But you already know about that, because I had to use it for the elemental ghosts. I can actually use this heart. There we go. What about here? Nope. Here? Nope. Here? No money. That's a darn shame. I wonder if I should go for the Boo in here. Anyway, the Boo can be in, like, any one of these, and the worst part is you gotta watch out for, Whoa, that's a bomb. You gotta be careful because, those suits of armor can hurt you.
There he is. Under Boo is making a comeback.
Obviously, pun on underdog. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 don't you dare go in there. I haven't cleared that room yet. Well, actually, that's okay. I can leave the room if I want to. He went in there. That's okay. As long as I don't get too close to that. Actually, I don't think it'll trigger if I get too close. Okay, he left. He left, he's out there. I'm gonna try and make him go into the Clockwork room, because that's easier to get to than the Ceramic Studio, because if he goes in the Ceramic Studio, I have to hunt him down. Are you kidding me? Got our ball. Please tell me, please tell me, please tell me. Yes! He didn't hide yet. If he hid, I would have to clear this room first. I need to get him to leave the room. At the very least, try and... Oh, please tell me, please tell me, please tell me... Nope. And I can hear the thing there. Good! He went in the Clockwork room. I go in there, and I got him. Also, if I don't hurry up, he will hide. And I don't want him to hide. Good, he didn't hide! Come here, you! Anyway, this is why I wanted to put off these, Boos coming up, because they have a lot of HP. A lot more than, 100. So, that's why I waited until now, because I want to try and get as many of them as I can in one video. I want to try and get this done in 15 videos. At the very least, I want to try and get this Let's Play done in 15 videos, because in that way, I can just, upload them once every other day in October. And I'm already doing pretty good. Alright, the Ceramic Studio. This is the home of our final optional portrait ghost. And this one's a pretty interesting one. So if you come over here, check out these jars. These ceramic jars. I could use that. There's a ruby in this one. And it's shaped like... Okay, 10 rubies. Good. Shaped like a trophy. A sort of, Greek-style trophy. I don't know. Hey, buddy! What's money? I think one of these has a poison mushroom in it. Not that one. Money in there. Try and check all these, jars. I'd call them pots, but, they're technically not pots. Ooh, there's a poison mushroom there.
Oh, you with the mustache, yeah, you. What do you think of my jar collection then? Pretty amazing, don't you say? Well, we can't just let you look at them for free now, can we? No, I think not. If you like to view my jars, you'd best to challenge me first. I know it me. It's on then. See how many you can freeze that ice for you. If you freeze 7 of me, then you win, right? But if you lose mine, it's out the door with you. Righto? Bring it on.
So just do what he says. Freeze him. If you miss him at all, you have to leave. I think he actually forces you out of the room, I don't know. Anyway, this is Jarvis. Jarvis lives in jars. Hence his name. I also have an interesting story about him. Sort of about as interesting as, say, the Clockwork Soldiers and Slim Bang Shot. Oh man, that was... Wow! I didn't even have to ice him that time.
Game's over, mate. And the results are... You got a 7 of me, boy. I can't believe it. How can I lose? You made me race for sure. You made me face red for sure, mustache boy. Maybe you fancy getting stuff into one of these jars.
Alright, come here. You know what? I'm gonna take you out of your jar. I'm gonna take you out of your comfort zone. Okay. Come on. Stay right there. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Gold! How about a gold frame portrait instead, Jarvis? Anyway, as for Jarvis, when he was alive, he was pretty much a fanatic of jars. So much a fanatic that he actually had his own ceramic studio and made lots of them. And I do mean lots of them. However, this also won him the affection of a woman. Oh, there's the boot.
Oh, second tambourine.
Oh, crap. And I gotta fight this guy, too, while I'm trying to explain my thing. So, anyway... Oh, no! What the hell? That just wasted a lot of time there. Please, please go into the telephone room. Okay, good. He went to the telephone. Nope. Yep. Went to the telephone room. Anyway, he started to date this woman who was fascinated by this guy and his jars. They dated for a while, and then one day, he was going to propose to her. How he was going to do this was, he was going to make a very special jar, not only as a gift, but as a container for a wedding ring. He was going to hide the ring inside the jar. Not, I was about to say box. So he was going to hide the ring in the jar, so that way he could present it to her. However, as he was making it, he was unfortunately a little careless, and he slipped on some paint that he dropped. Because, you know, artists, or a jartist, as I want to call him. That was bad. Okay, what else do I got left to do up here? Nothing. What's my time? Oh, I still got a little bit of time left. That's good. That is a good. I don't think there's anything else in here. Anyway, back to my story. So, because artists and that can get pretty messy when they're creating things, he had dropped some paint while he was creating the shape of his jar, and he slipped on it. He slipped on it and knocked his most favorite jar off the shelf. That jar landed on his head. When it landed on his head, surprisingly, it didn't break, but it was so stuck on his head he was not able to get it off. Poison mushroom! Okay. Let's get this. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll go in there later. I want to try and clear some other rooms first. Yeah. I'm gonna try and clear some rooms first. Anyway, back to the story. So, he was trying to get the jar off, but he wasn't able to. Unfortunately, it was too stuck on there that he just was not able to get it off. So, coming in here, open this door, and there's a green flying fish. They're flying up from the sewer stuff. Yeah. Alright, so as he was trying to get the jar off, thankfully he could still breathe. Barely, but he could still breathe. So he wandered around, trying to feel his way out of the house. Fuck! I'm getting strangled. I'm getting strangled while I'm trying to do my story. So he tried wandering around. He was able to get outside. He still had the jar on his head. He was trying to look for someone to help him get it off. He wasn't able to feel around where he was going. He couldn't hear very well either. And he walked off the edge of a cliff down to the sea below. Unfortunately, yeah, and that's where he met his demise. He met his demise by getting impaled on the jagged rocks below. And surprisingly enough, the jar on his head still didn't break. Okay. So that's how he died. But after he died, by the way, you walk up to this here, and being the plumber that we are, we open this up, and take down this wall of water to reveal a treasure chest. There is another boon here as well. I'm probably not going to worry about him just yet, because I want to open up the next room. And there we go. The basement floor. That room right there has our next portrait ghost. Anyway, as I was, that's the boo.
I'm fun. Nice hair, Green.
Yeah, this boo here is actually an easy one to get. Sort of, because he moves very slow. He's the slowest out of the boos. Now I need to try and get him to go back into the pipe room and not the breaker room. See, he goes very slow. Anyway, after Jarvis died, his spirit left his body, and he tried to go to his girlfriend to wonder what she was up to. She was actually dating another man. And he and her had been dating for a while, so in fact, she was cheating on him. She was cheating on him, and the other guy convinced Jarvis's soon-to-be fiancée that he was just a pathetic old fool with a jar fetish, and she bought it. In fact, they even went to his house and broke all of his jars, mocking them and saying they were nothing but trash. This upset his spirit greatly, and he just decided, screw it, jars. From now on, it's just me and my jars. And that's the story of Jarvis. Here, let me pull that up. So, there he is. The jar collector Jarvis. He loves his antique jars so... I can't talk. He loves his antique jars so much that he now lives in one. He can hardly contain himself. Yeah, he could hardly contain himself so much I was able to literally rip him right out of that jar he was in and suck him into my poltergeist. Which is basically like a big metal jar. Anyway, I think I've done enough. I've done enough for this video. So, next time on Luigi's Mansion, we are going to go into the next room that is right across from us, and we are going to maybe do a bit of cleanup. We're not only gonna get our next portrait ghost, we're gonna try and get the rest of the boos in the mansion. It's gonna be a big video, I'll say that much. So, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you wish to follow along this and my other Let's Plays, please consider subscribing. If any concerns come up, I'll let you guys know my Twitter. Additional info in the lower left box in the video and down in the description below. This has been Matt the Speedstar, and I'll see you guys next time when we run through the next part of Luigi's Mansion.